G'day everyone, today I've come out here to one of my favourite little local hotspots to do a little bit of carp fishing. I'm going to be using worms on both rods. Let's go and see if we can catch a carp. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. Rightio, now I'm going to be using a paternoster rig on both rods with a small hook and some Jan Juck fishing worms. This one's got two Jan Juck worms on it. The other rod's just got the one Jan Juck worm on it. It's a bit of a tongue twister. You've seen me fishing at this spot quite a number of times in the past. I love it here, it's close to home and it's lots of fun. It's mostly a carp fishery, although I have caught the odd little weeny redfin, and I did get one Murray cod here once. Never seen another one since. What I normally do is I put one over there under them reeds and I cast one down there where it's a bit shallower. I sounded this out with my deeper fish finder last year and I sort of know exactly what the lay of the bottom of the stream's like here. So this one can go down there. I'll just leave this one in the grasses here. Rightio, now the rods are in, time to sit back and relax. Last time I was here I caught one as soon as I got here and then one just as I was leaving and nothing in between. But anyway, I'm sitting here, I've got my wife Loretta with me, she's sitting off camera beside me. One of the things I really like about this spot is that it's always in the back of my head that I might catch something different. I know I mostly catch carp, but as I said earlier, I have caught a few redfin over there, just little ones, and I caught one Murray cod one night. It's always in the back of my head that I might catch a big redfin, or something different, I might catch a blackfish, who knows. It's just, it's always in the back of my mind, and that's why I like coming here. Anyway, what's brown and hairy and goes up and down? A kiwi free in an elevator.
Dickhead.
I just had my first bite. There he goes, he's still pulling. That's a start. That's a start. Is it still pulling? Very, very softly still pulling. I had a teacher named Mrs. Pullen. Margaret Pullen, if you happen to be watching, thank you for the cooking lessons in 1991. There he goes, he's back. He's back. Very, very, very soft little bite. Probably be a carp about 5 foot long, given that real soft little bite. I missed it. Oh, look at the big swirl. Look at the big swirl. See that big swirl? I pulled and set the hook. I missed the fish. And then there was a massive big swirl. I put that back down there in the swirl zone. And I reckon he's going to come back. Alright, bye. Bye. Can you hand that up for me?
I didn't see it or something.
Right, I'm just getting a nibble on this rod here again. Here he goes. He's pulling it. I'm going to catch him this time. No stuffing around. If it's the same fish that I missed last time that made that big swirl in there, he's about 97 pound, I reckon. Look at the line, it's just dancing around a little bit. There's just something playing with it ever so slightly. Here he goes. Got him. Whatever it is tiny. It's certainly not a huge big carp. I wonder if it's a redfin. It's tangled around all these crap down here. It's a little carp. No, it's a nice redfin, look. You beauty. Didn't I say before, you just never know when you're in with a chance of catching a decent fish. And look at what I just caught. That is going straight into the esky and straight to my father, because he gives me rabbits and ducks and I give him redfin and yellow belly, and that's a good trade-off. Thank you very much. You've made my day. You've got a head like a robber's dog and I don't care, because I'm going to whip some fillets off you and my dad's going to be super stoked. And the only part about what I just said that was bullshit is that I'm going to rip some fillets off you, because I'm not. That's Dad's job. Look at that, folks. I have caught a magnificent redfin and I just couldn't be happier. You little ripper. Well, to say that I'm happy is an understatement. The old Jan Juck fishing worms, eh? They're getting it done. They are getting it done. That was down around there. I still reckon the first fish that I lost was a lot bigger, and I reckon that was a carp. I was talking to a friend on the phone and I got that bite and I said, I've got to go, I'm just getting a nibble. And I just finished telling him I was carp fishing, so I'll send him a photo now. You get a shock. Ever so gently getting another little nibble on this rod. Wouldn't it be nice to catch another redfin that size? ever so slightly just pulling. Something is just biting it so gently. Such a gentle bite. There it goes, here it goes. Got him. Is it another redfin? It feels a similar size. It doesn't feel like a big fat carp. That's another reddy. I've got a pair. I have got a matching pair if I don't lose him. Don't you get off. Guess who's having a magnificent feed of redfin? Jarvid, me and Dad. Me and Dad. I might give one for me and one for him. I don't care. I might eat them both. I might give them both to him. I'll sort it out later. All I know is that I've just caught two really nice redfin and I am absolutely stoked. You little ripper. I know, I couldn't be happier right now. I've come out here to catch carp with the possibility of catching something else, and I've caught two really nice redfin. I'll tell you what, the old Jan Juck worms, they go well. I'll just put that back down there in the same spot. Righto, I couldn't be happier. I've caught two really nice redfin. The first one was bigger by about 4 or 5 centimetres, but they're still both nice fish. I didn't get a photo of that second one. I just wanted to get the line back in as quick as I can. If it was a school of fish, I want to get my line back in there before the school moves off. But I don't think that's the case. I think that might have been a pigeon pair. I'd say that was probably a male and female about to do the wild thing and repopulate the stream with redfin. Either way, they are going into the frying pan. Now, I've caught the two redfin, but we can't forget that not long after I got here, I had a big bite. And I missed the fish, but there was a big swirl of water down there. So I'm guessing it was a big carp. There's still a fair chance that he might come back yet. Now, I didn't think to film this a minute ago, but something I often do when I'm fishing, I've just finished my first punnet of Jan Juck worms and opened my second punnet. What I normally do is I get the empty, the punnet and any dirt that's left, and I throw it all in the river or the creek, just to act as a bit of burley. Don't know whether it actually does anything or not, but I think maybe it might put a bit of worm scent through the water, and you know, it might just help. It's not going to have a bad effect. This power tip brought to you by Jan Juck Worms. Spoken by Robbie Alexander on behalf of the Jan Juck Worms Foundation. Talking crap.
Didn't notice.
There we go, just getting a nibble here. Missed him. That was quite a good little bite actually. I put that straight back in. The magic hour. Here we go, straight back. Look, the moment I put that in, he's biting again. The moment that hit the water. Got him. The moment that hit the water, I had a nice bite. Oh, I've got a big carp on here, I think. If that's not a carp, that's a big redfin. If that's a redfin, it's a world record. Whoa. Right on dark. And I've hooked an epic mud marlin. Can you do me a favour? Can you just have a look and see if my camera's filming? There'll be a red light flashing. You ready? Rightio, I am filming. Loretta has just confirmed that I'm filming, and I have got a horse of a fish on here. I was actually getting ready to go home. I actually just went and filmed my closing scene while I still had a bit of light. Quite often I film the closing scene while I've still got enough light. But then every now and again something will come along after the closing scene, and now I've got to film another closing scene. Righto. He's not a record-breaking carp, but he's big. I'm guessing maybe 60 or so centimetres. Maybe not even quite that big actually. I'm watching my other rod here while I'm fighting these fish because I just had a nice bite on that rod just a moment before this one came along. I think I'm actually filming this scene in 4K. I don't film in 4K very often, but I film my closing scene and my opening scene in 4K, and I was just filming my closing scene And that's why it's still in 4K. Anyway, enough tech talk. Let's net the mud marlin. Come on, mud. Come on, muddy. Just while I'm tiring him, I'm just going to keep my eye on this other rod here. Isn't that amazing? I got a bite. I got the bite, missed it, put it back, and it would have barely hit the bottom, and he comes straight back. You can probably hear cars going past. That's because there's a dirt road right behind me. Patience, patience, patience. This is the part of the game where you can win or lose by being impatient. He's tiring, he's nearly net worthy. Now remember, when you net a fish, you just gotta ever so gently just lure the fish into the net. You don't chase the fish with the net. And if you see me looking away from the action, I'm just keeping an eye on my other rod here. The redfin were much easier to land. Be much easier to eat too. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Stop being silly. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Into the net, into the net. He's not ready yet. He's not ready yet, and that's where you've got to be patient. He's not a... He's a decent sized carp. He's not a tiddler, but he's not a record breaker either. I'm guessing maybe in the mid to high 50s. Once I land him, I'll get a measure. If there's enough light left. Right now, it's right in front of me. Come on, mudster. I'm only using, I think, a 6-pound line on this rod, so I've got to be really careful. This is the old Black Queen. This is the one I've been using for years. This isn't the big Black Queen Deluxe, the big 7-footer that I acquired from my father just recently. Now, I can give him those redfin and say thanks for the Black Queen. Come on. My left foot's going to sleep because of the crazy angle that I'm sitting on. Alright, now we're getting close. Wouldn't it be good if this was a redfin? It'd be the world, it'd be the Guinness Book of Records. Am I getting a bite on my other rod? Oh, quick. No, you're alright, you can hook that fish if you want. Right, we've got bites on both rods at the moment. I've got a fish on this rod and a bite on that rod. So what happened then, we've got 2 redfin in the space of about 15 minutes. Nothing for the last hour and a bit. But just as I'm about to leave, it's just gone nuts. Is it still biting?
You're not near.
Right, get a double hook up. This fish just won't tire. He just keeps making another charge, and he just starts to look tired, then he makes another charge. And then he just starts to look tired, then he makes another charge. Alright, now. Is he biting? Go. Did you get him?
Got him.
We've got a double hook up happening. Is it a big one?
I think so, got him.
Yeah, you can see him swimming around.
No. Only a small one.
Wonder if you've got a redfin on there. We've got a double hook up happening right on dark. While I'm waiting for my fish to tire. What do you got? Hold the rod out further, you're dragging it through all the grass. You've got another redfin. You're dragging it here because look, you're dragging it through all the grass and trees and stuff. It's a little redfin, I can see it. There it is. Do you want to hold that for a tick? Yeah. I'll just try and net this mud marlin. There you go folks, we've got a double hook up right on dark. And big carp that's taking a fair bit of landing. And a little redfin that's not going to take too much landing. Here we go, this time, got him. Ah, right. That's where that net tear. I thought I did. Right, I'll get a measurement of that in a second. I'll deal with this redfin first. Do you want to lift him up? Thank you for hooking my fish. There you go folks, redfin number 3. So we've got 3 redfin and 1 carp. What a fantastic afternoon we've had. He's too small, he can go back. Hopefully he'll grow big like the ones that I kept before. Right, now got to deal with this big fella. Rightio. The moment of truth. I said mid to high 50s, but I think he's going to be bigger than that. 63. 64. 64 centimetres. And you wonder he fought so bloody hard. I'll get a quick... Rightio, that was awesome. Unbelievable. 3 redfin, 1 massive carp, 64 centimetres. August fishing at its best. I've had an absolute blast. I'm going to give those 2 redfin to my dad because he just loves a feed of redfin. Thank you very much for watching. If you've liked this video, I want to give it a big fat thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button and hopefully I'll see you in my next video.